There are 1,154 sites on the World Heritage List protected by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. They include some of the most important historical landmarks on the planet, ranging from prehistoric stones to Roman ruins and works of 20th century architecture. But which are the must-sees for history lovers? To help narrow your options, we've picked out 10 of the most spectacular UNESCO locations around the world to add to your bucket list. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. A trip to the beautiful temples of Angkor in Cambodia is on most travelers' bucket lists. Even Jackie Kennedy described her 1967 visit to the 1,000-year-old religious monument as fulfilling a lifelong dream. The Angkor ruins are huge. The whole temple complex covers an area of 400 sq.km. There are hundreds of temples at this World Heritage Site, but Angkor Wat is by far the most famous. You'll need to get up extra early though, as watching the sun rise over Angkor Wat is an experience not to be missed. Machu Picchu, Peru. There's a reason Machu Picchu is the most popular Inca archaeological ruin in the world. Its ancient stone walls, impressive mountain views, and camera-friendly llamas have made it a must-see for visitors to Peru. Built by the Incas, who ruled the area during the 15th and 16th centuries, the mountaintop citadel was abandoned and lost for centuries. Thankfully, it was rediscovered in 1911. Be sure to catch the iconic Temple of the Sun. No one's totally sure what it is, but a sundial is the most likely guess. Taj Mahal, India. Between 1631 and 1648, some 20,000 artisans worked on this mausoleum commissioned in Agra by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan for his favorite wife. The surrounding 17 hectares, 42 acres, of green parkland and red pathways are beautifully conceived to set off its white marble symmetry. But it's when you get up close and witness the jaw-dropping array of semi-precious and precious stones in its walls that you really understand the labor involved in creating this high point of Indo-Islamic architecture. The Great Pyramids of Giza. The Great Pyramids of Giza are one of the oldest 7 wonders of the world, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and an iconic symbol of Egypt. They were built around 4,500 years ago during the Old Kingdom, west of the Nile River outside the ancient city of Memphis. Great Wall of China. Stretching across northern China, the Great Wall of China encompasses some of the most impressive landscapes you'll ever see. You can access the wall at various different sections, the best being those close to Beijing. Bedaling is ideal for those who struggle with steep climbs, with special accessibility lanes as well as a cable car available. Just be prepared for crowds. Less busy Jinshanling was originally built in the 14th century during the Ming Dynasty and is one of the best preserved sections. Rome, Italy. Italy is home to more UNESCO World Heritage Sites than any other country. 58, and of those, the historic center of Rome has to be the standout. On one single site, bounded by the city's 17th century walls, you have the Colosseum, the Forums, the Pantheon, Trajan's Column, the Mausoleum of Hadrian, the Column of Marcus Aurelius, and untold other treasures. Non-classical highlights include religious and public buildings belonging to the Vatican, such as the Basilica of St. Paul outside the walls, located correct outside the walls and built over the tomb of St. Paul. Petra, Jordan. Petra was founded by Arab tribe the Nabateans, who upped sticks and left it 1,000 years later. The ancient city remained forgotten by the world outside Jordan for many years, but now it's one of the world's most famous archaeological sites and a fascinating place to visit. Walk through Petra's main entrance, the Sikh, a narrow gap between 2 overhanging cliffs, and you'll reach headline act the Treasury, or Al-Khazna. No one's totally sure when this near 40 m high tomb, carved from red desert sandstone, was constructed, but there's no denying its beauty. Grand Canyon, US. Sculpted by the Colorado River over 5 million years ago, the Grand Canyon is one of the most distinguishable landmarks in the US. Believe it or not, very little was known about the gorge until around the mid-19th century. It was even marked as a vacant area on maps. If you have time to spare, why not stay in a hotel on the rim and book a guided hike along the canyon edge? There are few better ways to explore the canyon's more remote trails while learning its history. Kyoto, Japan. There's a great list of UNESCO sites to see in Kyoto, former capital of Japan. Most are temples or shrines with varying architectural style, and Kiyomizu-dera Temple is probably the best known due to the huge wooden stage that juts out of it. Its name comes from the phrase, "taking the plunge," and for many years, that's exactly what people did. According to legend, if you jumped off the stage, which is 43 feet off the ground, your wishes would be granted. Understandably, leaping off is now forbidden. Luxor, Egypt. UNESCO World Heritage Site. Luxor has so many top sites. It's known as an open-air museum. The ancient city has the largest concentration of ancient ruins in Egypt. You could easily spend hours exploring the temple complex of Karnak, dedicated to the Theban triad of Amun, Mut, and Khonsu. Ancient burial ground Valley of the Kings is unmissable, partly thanks to the tomb of Tutankhamun. The Valley of the Queens, where the tomb of Nefertari, the wife of Ramesses the Great, lies, is also marvelous.